Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. It is Sunday, October the 26th, 2025. Looking at this King of Fighters Ultimate Match Stage Base Japan Street by Joytoy. This came quite a few days ago and just got around to sort of opening it, or rather making a review, and I haven't opened it yet. Lots of other stuff came today, but I'll save that for a toy haul later this week. Maybe we'll see. So I'm expecting something else as well. Okay, so box, just the logo on the front. That's pretty much what it looks like on the back. And on the back we can see, looks pretty cool. I do like this. And it's got the sort of energy bars for who's got what life left as well. Contents there. This was a bit of a surprise. I mean, I hope they do more things like this. I like the 3D effect on the sort of the cars there. And also because you can curve the walls around, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to unbox and set it up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. How good does that look? Very well thought out. It looks, at first looks, that some things don't fit. Like you think, how do these fit in there? Actually, they slide in from the sides. And same the background. It has to slide in front, behind this, not in the grooves on the bottom of this, but on the top. But when it all comes together, that looks so good. Really nice. Great for posing these figures. They say 1/18 scale are going to look really good with your other 1/18 scale figures too, but I think this is fantastic. If I just zoom out a bit so you can see, it goes around from there to there. Very nice. I hope they release, well, obviously more figures, but more of these backgrounds too, because I think this is going to make for a fantastic shelf display. Because this is so big, you know, you can have like just two figures fighting, have a team of figures fighting, just have your figures displayed on this and look awesome. I've only put two of the figures here, and you see that the inserts from the actual figures, as I showed earlier, do slot in there to make it look nice. And you can choose different sort of energies you give each one there. These ones you can't choose. That just looks so good. Very cool. Be warned, it is large, so let's just get an idea of how big it is. Even that's not big enough, so don't fall down. So length, we're looking at 30 inches, approximately 76.5 cm. So that is very big. And then depth, it's going to be a bit difficult because it goes back from slightly further back than the back of the pillars. So from the front, that is already 7.5 inches. But you've also got, let's get this out, come on, a further approximately 2.5 inches there. So you're looking about 10 inches or so deep, maybe a bit more. So 10 inches is approximately 26, 27 cm. And then height, I'll do it from here to the very top, is about 9 inches, give or take. So around about 22.5, 23 cm. It is not small, but it is absolutely fantastic to pose your figures on. And because the cars in the background are in the background, you may get away with posing bigger figures there too. This is really quite nice. Let's take these figures off. There's no, the other accessories are just the different health bars you get there. If you've not done so already, consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of the screen now. Get to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too. So let's get a look at some other figures there. So I use my Boss Fight Studio Sigurd the Survivor, Sigurd the Wanderer, who's a lot smaller than these guys because he's more true to 1/18 than the King of Fighters figures by Joytoy. They're far closer to 1/16. Bear in mind that he's fantasy, obviously, and not sci-fi or contemporary. Let's get him standing up. Oh, his boots keep coming down. And he looks a bit out of place, but obviously he scales well. If I zoom in a bit. If I get a different figure, let's use a sci-fi. Let's use my custom aim, Fortnite aim custom, because I think he might fit into this. sort of a neo background, Japan background. He looks great there. I think even your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of the sort of in there will look pretty cool too. And then if I go for a 1/12 scale figure too, I used G.I. Joe classified Snake Eyes from the Snake Eyes and Polar Bear set I reviewed the other day, link in the top right. Because most people are familiar with classified scaling sizes. Yeah, he'd have to be quite far forwards, I think, to make it work. Because you can see that he's obviously a lot bigger. And if he's like this, perhaps. No, he's just too big, even with the force perspective. With the cars being behind, he's too. That could work depending on if you could get just a focus on him, and then blur the background. I reckon that could possibly work. This is absolutely fantastic. You know, even for you, if you've got like 118 Street Fighter figures like the Jada ones, I think, from years ago, or Jazzbear ones. I think I've got reviewed them somewhere. I'll put a link in the top right. They look good. You've got the Ryu from the Marvel vs. Capcom 118 scale. I might review him too if I have put a link in the top right again. He would look good up here too. Fantastic diorama set from Joytoy. I think they've knocked out the park of this. It looks absolutely fantastic. But it takes up a lot of space. If you've got the shelf space, it's going to look so good. Particularly if you're a fan of King of the Fighters. And you can, you know, disconnect this and this. You can disconnect this and this. You can make it smaller, but these parts stay on to have to curve around like we saw on the box. I think that's really cool. Okay, this is Awesome Match Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. Again, check out the Patreon if done so already, and I will see you in another video very soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.